How's it going, everybody? I've got a bucket right here full of stuff. A couple weeks ago, I was like, I want to go ice fishing and use a locator, but I didn't have a locator to use. Then I thought, I have a Garmin Striker 4, a portable locator, a small one that works super well that I attach to my boat. I can attach it on my boat and take it off very easily. Then I thought, what if I make it into an ice fishing fish finder? And I know that they have an ice fishing fish finder set up for it, but it costs $100 for the transducer. Then you have to buy the bag on top of it. That's all extra money that I don't really feel like spending at the moment. Of course, it's a better system, but I figured out a system that works just as well using the summer setup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how I set it up for ice fishing. Right, so everything does fit inside this bucket that I'm going to show you. That's all you need is a 5-gallon bucket to fit everything in here. I'm going to set this all on the tailgate here and show you exactly what you need. Of course, I'm going to put the links in the description below if that's something you want to look into getting. Right, so this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a 5-gallon bucket. You want to have a 2x4 that's 12 inches wide with a ram ball. And I'll put that link in the description as well. You need that ram ball on there to secure your transducer later. Just over here, you're going to see that I do have my Garmin Striker 4 on some kind of platform. For me, since I like to use it mobile, I don't screw this into my boat seat or anything in there. I actually put this on a piece of wood like this so it stays on the boat seat, but I can also set it up here on the bucket while I'm using it for ice fishing purposes. Next to that, you're going to want a little 12-volt battery. This battery here is excellent. It lasts a long time. It's pretty small. It's pretty light. You could use a bigger battery, but you only really need a small battery like this for ice fishing. Then, of course, you need your transducer with the ram ball attachment on the top. Then it wouldn't be a bad idea to purchase these alligator clips. I purchased these just to have extra ones. You never know when you're going to need extra alligator clips to go from your Garmin Striker 4 to your battery. You could just put the leads right on here, but having those clips is so convenient. They snap on, they snap off. So this is your entire setup. Once again, alligator clips, transducer, small 12-volt battery, Garmin Striker 4, 2x4 with the ram ball, and a 5-gallon bucket. You should put a lid on there if you have one. If not, it's probably not the end of the world. And all of this, the way I have this, fits right inside this 5-gallon bucket. So you can carry it around and you're good to go. Mobile is key here. First thing that goes in the bottom is the battery. Set that right in there. I then take my Garmin, put it in this way. You can see that it fits right down. I purposely measure this so it fits in a 5-gallon bucket, but it's wide enough for when I use it in the summer on my boat that it doesn't tip. Take this 2x4 with the ram ball, turn it sideways this way so the ram ball faces the center. Take the transducer, put it down this direction. It all should be below the lid if you can get it. Some transducers have these metal rods here. I actually cut mine down because I want that to be level with the bottom of my boat. I took that off of my transom here. And of course, you want to take your extra leads. You don't need those in the bucket if you don't want to, so you can just put them in your truck, but it's good to have along in case one breaks. Put your lid on top, slide it in, you're good to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set this up just like I'm in a regular ice fishing situation. I'm at the lake, I'm sitting, the hole's right in front of me. How do you set it up and use it for ice fishing if you don't have the bag to use and you have a traditional transducer that attaches to a boat? Check it out. The first thing you need to do is you need to take out your transducer and your 2x4 with the ram ball on it. So I've got this here, it's 12 inches. This is what's going to prevent the transducer from going down the hole. Now you can get away with a smaller piece of lumber than a 2x4, maybe a 2x2 or something, but I just use this because it's what I had. And lots of people have 2x4s laying around that they could use for this. The only thing you might need to purchase is this ram ball if you don't already have one, but this is what I took off the back of my boat. So what I do, if you can imagine, this is my transom on my boat. I connect this on here like this and it hangs down. But for ice fishing, I'm going to take it and put it like this and set it over top of the hole just off to the side using a traditional boat open water fish finder transducer, as you can see here. Now when you buy the Garmin Striker 4, you're going to get this with it most likely. This is what I got with it. And then I had to purchase ram materials, ram ball, this mount here, and this aluminum pole that's in between it. I shortened it down to the length of my transom in my boat. If you want to use a longer one for ice fishing, you can buy a bigger one. It's really easy. It's about a 1/2 inch and you can find it at any local hardware store. So that's the first thing you do. You take that out, tighten this down. There's a little screw over here. You want to tighten it so it's perpendicular. As you can see here, this transducer is coming out and the wood is going this way. It's perpendicular, not parallel. So you're going to tighten that down, crank it down pretty hard. The cord's going to come out like this. I just wrapped around here. It's not going to hurt to get wet or anything like that, obviously. So once I have plenty of this, I set it down in the hole. You have to pretend there's a hole here. Use your imagination a little bit. And It's just sitting down there in the hole. This wire right here is going to go into the back of the fish locator, of course, so that it can read what's in the water. So the second thing I do is I take this and I have it on a platform. The reason why I have it on a platform is because in my boat I set it down on the floor or the seat and it doesn't move around. Lots of people don't like using this because, yeah, it looks kind of tacky, and it is. But the reason why I do that is because if I want to use this in somebody else's boat, if I want to take this off and use it in my kayak, if I want to use it for ice fishing, I can. It's portable and it's mobile. It just kind of looks kind of strange. So once you have that set up the way you want it, you can actually take this and set it right on top of your bucket here. So it just happens that this fits inside the bucket this way, but it also sits on top of it and it doesn't fall in when you have it. And I made sure that there's plenty of space back here for the cords to go from the back of the locator down to the battery, which I put on the bottom right there. That's just a 12-volt battery that I use. And the power cables are down there. Okay, so you take the cord, plug it in so it's like that. You would do the same thing with the other one. So then you take the power cable. So it's on there. So down here you have your power cable. I just kind of leave them in the bucket like that. That's why it's a good thing to also have a lid. So if you're out in crappy weather, raining, slush, whatever, it doesn't get in the bucket, you put a lid on here. But you simply just take your alligator clips and flip them on. Obviously you're going to do red on red, black on black right there. Once that's all connected in there, you're good to go. You can set this back on. Of course, I didn't connect it all the way. And this is how it's going to sit. So you're going to have access to it. I like it that it's right here because I can reach everything. I don't have to reach all the way down to the ground to grab it. It's here. I can change all the settings. I can turn it on and do everything I need from arm's length away. So that's it. That's my setup. It's really basic, but it works. So as mentioned earlier, I said that it would be better just to get the ice fishing setup for the Garmin Striker 4. That's the bag and the ice fishing transducer. Yeah, in a perfect world, that'd be great. I just needed something quick, and that's a good solution. And if this continues to work for me, which it has, I'm going to keep using it. Why not? Why spend extra $100, $200 when that works just as well? It fits in a bucket and I can take it anywhere in the sled, ready to go for ice fishing. The ram accessories, that's really important. And then of course, using the alligator clips, you have to have all that in order for this to work, but it's much, much cheaper going this route. And that way you have a transducer for summer fishing and for ice fishing. The one drawback is you have to take it off your boat, but it is an option if you want to go that route and have something where you can use it in the summer and you can also use it in the winter, using the flasher, of course, for ice fishing and the sonar for summer fishing. And once again, thank you for stopping by the Relentless Sportsman channel. If you like what you saw today or you're interested in learning more things about hunting and fishing using practical tips and gear, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. As always, stay tuned for another video on Tuesday and Friday. Thank you again for stopping by the channel. You have a good one. Bye-bye.